What's up, you guys? Slim here, Team Symmetry, here to do my last video for the year 2011. I want to thank you guys first and foremost, for nominating me for Best Newcomer in the YouTube Awards. Really means a lot to me, and really pushing for it. I know that some of my competition probably is going to be like the Yu-Gi-Oh headquarters, probably the Kiko 25, and some other channels. And you guys really got to check these guys out. I know people would say, why would you want, to suggest we go check out like your quote unquote competition is because we're not really in competition. The whole point of the YouTube and YugiTube community is that it's for you guys, it's for the community. And these two channels, I've checked both of them out and have actually followed them, and they're both really good. They're both really entertaining, and they really know their stuff. So whoever is, if they're nominated, they definitely deserve it, and hopefully, the channel that the panel of judges feel provides the best content for you guys is the one that wins. And if it's not mine, I honestly don't care, because just for the fact I was nominated and I got enough people support, that means enough for me. So that's what I have to say on that. Next, we're going to talk about Dueling Network. You guys did the 25 plus likes on my last video from yesterday, and I said I'd do a little DN rant. So this one's it's not gonna be super long, but it's gonna be to the point. So Dueling Network is awesome for the fact that if you don't own the cards but you plan to get the cards, you can build your decks, and you can net deck to your heart's content. You get to play people, and you get to play now you get to play full matches, and it really is the best way to practice. If you can't physically get somewhere to play other people, and it's just good practice. And a lot of people like Dueling Network, but for everybody that likes Dueling Network, there's a lot of people that don't like Dueling Network. And the reason why they don't like Dueling Network is because you're full of trolls. And when I say trolls, I mean people who are just stupid as shit. Literally, like, they don't know their rulings, they rage quit, and it's ridiculous. I have only one Dueling Network video up, and a lot of people, have been commenting on it, liking it, because I said, I got stupid lucky in the match, and I really did, because he could have made Trish, and would have. You guys saw my hand. He could have Trished away Grapho or done something, and he didn't do it. And he dark bribes my gateway of Dark World. I draw into a dark hole. I mean, that was totally lucky. I go dark hole, and he just says GG. Like, that's it. Like, that's the end of the game. You could have chained. You could have done something. And it's plays like that. They're like, it's okay, cool, I won, but it's like, it makes you wonder. It's like, who are you really playing? Like, do they really know what they're doing? And usually 9 times out of 10, the answer is no, because unless you're playing like people or you're playing like like really high ranked respected players, every once in a while you're gonna come into a troll, and a troll is gonna be someone who just literally doesn't know what they're doing. They're just like BSing the match, and it's like it really is a waste of time because you're not gaining anything from it. And what I've noticed is there's a lot of people who build, a lot of weird rogue decks. They don't know anything about the meta. And like when you do combos, like graphic combos, or you do snow combos, I think snow is the most ridiculous thing that I've had to encounter when playing. Everyone's like, you can't search when it's discarded, like through drag down, discarded through card destruction, over, and they're like, you can't search. I tell them to reread it. I tell them to reread it over and over and over again. I sometimes waste 5-10 minutes just telling them to read the card, and they're like, oh, you can't do it. And I'm like, there's a semicolon there. Yes, Konami poorly worded it, but that's not my fault, and you should know your rulings, especially if you're going to play against a deck that's in the main meta. Unless you're completely against the meta and you don't give a shit about the meta, then honestly, you should be like in a different part of Dueling Network, because most people go on there to practice for regionals. I go on there to practice for regionals, and I like playing, against a lot of, random decks, but I want to play people who know their rulings. And it's like, don't waste my time, don't waste other players' time. And it's like, if you got nothing better to do, like, seriously, it's like, you need to get a life. And I think one of the other things a lot of people talk about is the rage quitting, and the trash talking that comes in, like towards the end of a match, where like when I rip that dark hole and I go dark hole, I mean, I wasn't playing an asshole, luckily. He, said GG, he misplayed, but he said GG. He didn't say, oh, fuck you, or you're an asshole, or some shit like that. But there are so many people that do that, especially when I was running Malefic. Like, they're like, oh, you can't do the Gear Town play. You can't summon Gadgetron. They pull all this shit, and like, you're full of shit. And then they rage quit. They literally quit, and like, the match is over. You don't even get to like play them, and it's stupid. And it's like, really, it's like, if you get that upset over, you're not even playing in person. You're playing online. You're playing a fucking like computer game. It's like, if you rage quit over something like that, you have like serious issues that you need to get checked out, because it's like, really, like, one move fucked you up that bad. It's like, a good player should always be able to come out of like the worst situations, or at least try to. You may not win, but at least try to come out of the situation. Or if you know you're not going to win, at least don't rage quit. Don't like pussy out. It's like, seriously, like it is kind of funny when I think about it, because it's like all the people that rage quit when you go Necro Valley Royal Tribute and like they're playing plants, and like, okay, you lose almost your whole hand sometimes you don't, but it's like if you drop a Glow Bulb, you drop Spore in there, you still have plays. Like Glow Bulb gets around Necro Valley, it's like you got to think. And it's like, seriously, just don't waste the player's time. I think that's the whole point of this little mini rant. I'm not even getting like super upset, but it's like it's stupid. It's like, for the love of God, like, if you're going to play on Dueling Network, like, play the match out. Don't pussy out. Play the match out and make it enjoyable for everybody that plays. So as I was say on the Dueling Network thing, people are like talking about bad admins. I really don't pay attention to that. I haven't actually had the admin called on me, or I haven't called an admin, but I'm sure, people say that every once in a while some admins come in and they're really bad. And I mean, all I can say is, get your shit checked, and like freaking know your. I mean, they should know their rulings. They're an admin, so it's like just know your rulings. So that's what I gotta say on Dueling Network. For the little rant. Next thing you guys wanted were deck profiles. I will do deck profiles. You guys wanted GKs. You guys wanted Fabled. I'm going to be doing all those in the new year. And you guys wanted me to do a card discussion really quick. I'm basically just going to do this really quick. Hand Trap of the Year for 2011. It's Maxi versus Effect Veiler. A lot of people already know the answer to which one blew the other out of the running. Definitely Maxi won, because Maxi is just really good. You chain it to Reborn, you drop it at the main phase, you do it when Plants or Dark World or any deck tries to go off, when they go Tour Guide, activate Effect, you guys know, and you can just plus for days if your opponent continues to, try to overextend or try to get advantage, and in the long run, you're going to get more advantage, unless you draw shit off Maxi. But like, I think the thing I like about Maxi is it hinders your opponent's play. Like, they will stop if they know that you're going to plus. Like, I go Tour Guide, they drop Maxi. I mean, I'm going to bring out my other monster, and then depending on the situation, I might exceed, I might not. But it's like right there, you gave them 2 cards, and it's like, for what? Like, if they draw the nuts off of that, it's like, really? So I mean, really, Maxi, and I mean Maxi's value, I heard, is like $60. It might be more, and it's ridiculous. Just for the fact that a card that came out, like no one gave a shit about it at first, and then like now it was like $8, and now it's literally like 60. It's like, really, and it's like, it's Max C. I mean, you have to play it. Like, if you're running plants, you have to play it. If you're running, different types of decks that you need to get advantage off of, it's a really, really good card. So, Hand Trap of the Year easily goes to Max C. Veiler, is really good. Veiler stops, Debris. It stops, Tour Guide. It stops other plays. But the only thing that I see with Veiler being a problem is that, like against Dark World, it doesn't really do anything except to Raven or Tour Guide. But I mean, if you're playing someone that runs a skill drain version, Veiler doesn't really do anything. However, Veiler is a level 1 tuner, so it does have plays, and it's also pretty good with 1-for-1 in plants. I mean, plants have a lot of flexibility with both of these hand traps, but like everyone has been saying, Max C definitely wins. And I know a lot of people will give other reasons. I'm just giving the basic reasons I know. And like picking between the two, I would run both. Like, if like in almost any deck I could, like, if it's possible, but I feel Maxi clearly is the better choice right now, with the state of the meta we're in now, because you need to gain advantage and you need to have an out. Like, drawing into Gores off Maxi is amazing because you have an amazing out in Gores, and if they don't have like warning or anything to stop you, like, it's a really good like plus to your hand, and just a really good special summon off of that. So definitely, I would go with Max C. And I said I would cover everything that you guys sent me. So I got a really cool request from my little brother Chris, Dark Lord Desire 225. Check out his channel. He was asking me how playing this game, has like changed my life and how it's impacted the way I look at the world. It's kind of funny because like. Um, I can't lie and say this game hasn't changed my life. Like, it really has. Like, it's taken up, a big chunk of like what I do, just like in my daily life. And I really like it because for me, every once in a while when life gets to be too much, it's a nice escape. It's nice to just either go play on Dueling Network when you're not playing trolls, or to just go kick it with friends. Just like play cards for a couple hours. Like, it really is a really good stress reliever, and I mean, it's fun. I mean, that's the whole point, is that this game is just really fun. And it sucks because, Konami, Dueling Network, like all these things are starting to make it not so much fun. So it's like we, the players, have to find, a new balance for this game, and the best way we can do it is, to continue playing and, regardless of what happens, still play. Like if you can't afford the cards, improvise. Like that's the best thing that I've been taught, that I've told other players, and that I see a lot of players doing. Like if you can't afford tour guides for Dark World, run the Skill Drain Duality build. It works. It tops. It got a higher top than the one that had tour guides. So I mean, it's interesting. You never really know what to expect at a YCS, but when you see that the lower end deck won price wise, it says something. It says that the player running it was really good, and it says that you don't need a shit ton of money to make the deck work. That was the same thing with Malefic, is that the deck's really cheap, but it's still very effective. So it's for the underdog players who aren't able to, afford, or aren't able to have really good trades or really good resources to like the really high end cards. Decks like that show how, you could be, considered like not that good by other players, but like when you get into a big event and you can show the people that I ran a deck that was low budget and it still did well. It says something about you. It says that you're a really good player, and it says that you know how to make the most out of your cards regardless of their price tag. So that's like something I've discovered, like despite the fact that I do have tour guides and stuff, like I still see that budget decks can work, and like asking me like how it's affected how I look at the world. I mean, I've seen that there's just a lot of bad people in the world regardless, but it's things about like where you see people taking advantage of teammates, or you see I guess like taking advantage of little kids. Like everyone remembers on my old channel, I made a whole video on abusing little kids. Like hustling them for trades and stuff. And just how it's just pathetic. It's sad, and it's just like it's kind of disgusting. Like just to be like really blunt, it really is like disgusting that the little kids play this game because they love the game so much. They follow the TV show, and it's like if you hustle a kid out of a tour guide for like $10, it's like really, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't even really know like how to finish that statement, because it's like, how can you look at yourself in the mirror? It's like, how can you be proud owning a tour guide? And it's like knowing that that little kid, was so happy that to pulled it, and then you just take that away from him. You're taking away something that made him happy, and like you lie to him, and you say that, oh well, this card's so much better, or it's only worth $10, or you're saying that, but like the kid doesn't know, the kid doesn't care about the money, the kid doesn't care, about how rare tour guide is. He cares that he pulled it and that's a good card and he likes the picture or something like that. And I mean, that's like something that's big that still impacts me now, is I see that at locals, and it's just like, it's like seriously, it's like grow up. It's like most people who play this game are adults, so it's like, what, act like an adult. And then like I've seen a lot of things where teams fall apart, or teams have hard times because they take advantage of each other, or they don't work as a unit. And it's things like that that I've noticed, over my time, like in this game. And it's like, that's like the whole thing with with team symmetry, is that we work as a unit to help each other out. We're always making sure that we help each other out, and that's, I think, something that's so important. It's that if only one person is benefiting, then you're not a team. You're trying to be a one person team, and that doesn't work. If you're using people just to get cards for you, you're not benefiting the team. You're not acting as a team member, and it's pathetic. And it's like, that's not what this game is about, and that's not what having a card team is about. It's like you have a card team like a sports team. They're all part of a unit. They all work together, for the same goal. And if you have different goals in mind just for yourself, then you shouldn't be part of a team. And I think it's stuff like that that really gets to me now, more so ever since I do have my own team, and I see all these things like how many different teams fall apart, how people have to go solo on playing this game. And it's sad. It's sad when really good players decide to quit because they just can't take it anymore. They can't take Konami, they can't take the people they play, they can't take any of that. And it's like, it's up to us, the players, to bring them back and get them to play again. So I guess that's my best answer to like that. It really has affected my life. It's a big part of my life, and it's something I won't be quitting anytime soon, and definitely not going to be quitting this YouTube thing, especially being nominated, getting one of the spots for best newcomer. I definitely will not be quitting anytime soon, because a lot will be expected, and I am easily ready to step up to bat and step my game up. So I hope that answers like all those questions. The next things I'll have uploaded within the new year will be the deck profiles. I will have the GKs, I will have the Fabled, I will have probably Gladiator Beast, everything you guys want to see as the new year rolls in. But I just wanted to make this last video for 2011, because tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and I'm not going to be making a video tomorrow or uh, probably not even Sunday, but I just wanted to make this video for you guys. I hope this was informative enough. Of course, it's always a long video when I get into talking about something. But I hope you guys watch this. I hope you listen to what I have to say, and I hope you guys, will like this video. And I mean, we'll do something like we always do. A certain number of likes. I'll upload a certain order of deck profiles, or I'll try to do two deck profiles at once. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say, you guys. 2011 has been insane. The release of Tour Guide, the release of Tengu, the release of just everything that has made this game insane. Maxine Valor, everything. And it's just been a format to remember. And I mean, I just hope that in 2012 and with the new list coming out March 1st, that this game will get a little more balance, and hopefully a lot of the players that have quit will come back, and we will have a lot more new players, so that this game does have a future that doesn't get compromised by Konami or by Dueling Network or by just bad people in general. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Hope everyone has a happy new year. Slim here from Team Symmetry. Shout out to the whole team. Thank you guys, for riding this out with me, and thank you to all my subscribers and all my new subscribers. I hope you continue to enjoy the content that I upload. So that's all I gotta say. Slim here at Team Symmetry. Thank you for watching.